I want to show you both the average and median net worth by age in America, but I don't want to show you just from one source, but multiple sources because it's impossible to survey the entire population of the United States, right? And before I go through the data, I want to make sure that you understand the differences between average and median. And when I say average, it means that the surveyors added up every household's net worth balance and then divided the total number of households they surveyed. So the average net worth is always going to be higher. And when I say it's the median balance, it means that it's the middle value of a set of numbers in ascending or descending order. So if I have 5 accounts that are $1,000 and I have 5 accounts that are $1 million, then the median value is going to be right in the middle. And that's going to be around $500,000, right? I'm going to put all the citations in the description below. Let me first show you the average and median net worth by age from the survey of consumer finances. And they do the survey every 3 years. So we're not going to get the next one until probably 2026 for the data from 2022 to 2025. So the average net worth for people less than the age of 35 is about $183,000, while the median net worth is $39,000. And the average net worth for people between the ages of 35 and 44 jumps up to $549,000, while the median net worth is $135,000. And the average net worth for people between the ages of 45 and 54 is $975,000, while the median net worth is $247,000. And the average net worth for people between the ages of 55 and 64 is $1.567 million, while the median net worth is $364,000. Why is the average net worth so much higher? Again, that's just because high net worth households are driving the average up. If you're pretty close or ahead of the average net worth, I would say you're doing pretty well. The median value, in my opinion, is a more accurate representation of the everyday American. But I don't like how they don't break down the average and median net worth for people under the age of 35, because people's financial situation is entirely different from age 18 to 25 because they're most likely in college or at the beginning of their careers. And people's financial situation from age 25 to 35 could very well be ahead of the people younger than that age group, right? But here are some serious problems with these stats they published. One, the vast majority of their net worth is in home equity. And according to Pew Research Center, home equity accounted for a median of 45% of their net worth. So in theory, if you take a home equity from their net worth calculations, the median net worth is a lot less than what's presented in the survey. And what happens when you have more home equity than your cash or cash equivalent assets? Your money is mostly tied up in your primary residence. So you can't touch that money unless you sell your house or take out a loan against it, right? Not to mention how the average home prices have significantly increased since 2020. So just because the home you bought was $200,000 in 2020 and it's now worth $400,000 in 2024, it doesn't mean that your net worth is doing better than the average Americans if you have nothing in your savings accounts, retirement account, or the regular brokerage account. And furthermore, many Americans believe home equity is more important than other assets when it comes to net worth calculation. And that is a problem because your home equity alone doesn't allow you to retire comfortably. The US personal savings rate reported that Americans are saving an average of 4.8% as of September 2024. So if you take out home ownership and the equity in their primary residence, Americans are far behind in their retirement savings. And this is due to a high level of unsecured and secured debt. And because of the significant increase in their home equity, those numbers can sometimes mask the level of debt that some households carry. So for example, if the average net worth shows an increase of 15% from home equity, but the consumer debt also increased by 10%, if that debt is still less than the asset, the net worth will still show an increase, right? So I personally don't think this net worth data should be used to compare or measure everyday Americans' success in wealth. So what do you think is better? Investing $500 a month, making 10% return, or investing $1,000 a month, making a 7% return on investment? You can't figure out how much you can invest without a budget. There's no way around it. I personally tested out the budgeting app called YNAB, and it's not just an app that can track your income and expenses, but it can even help you create a plan to pay down your student loans, car loans, personal loans, or credit cards a lot faster. So if you're ready to change your life by getting out of the paycheck to paycheck cycle, you can get a free trial without any credit card information by using the link in the description below. So you could very well be a millionaire, but you have everything tied up in real estate. You could be a millionaire, but you have most of your assets tied up in your retirement accounts. You could be a millionaire, but you have most of your assets in cash that grow 4 to 5% annually instead of investing in the stock market. So when you do your net worth calculation, you should really know how your net worth is diversified with different assets. How much of your net worth is in real estate if you own a home? How much of your net worth is in cash or cash savings? And how much of your net worth is in your 401k, Roth IRA, or taxable brokerage account? Should you still include your home equity in your net worth calculation? Absolutely. But you should find out how much of that home equity makes up your net worth. Is it 50%, 70%, or 80%? Are you really healthy with your net worth, and based on your net worth statement, if you have over 80% of your net worth in real estate or in home equity in your primary residence? And you can download my net worth calculator for free by visiting firestarter.com/resources. And if you want to get the comprehensive one, you can join my private group by visiting firestarter.com/community. And here is the median net worth by states tracked by Empower. And if you don't know what Empower is, they do track millions of 401k accounts, and they do have savings accounts as well. The top 5 states with the highest median net worth are Washington, Alaska, Minnesota, Colorado, and Virginia. And of those 5 states, Alaska and Virginia ranked as having the highest average retirement savings in data collected by Empower. And let me know in the comment section down below if you live in any of those states. I used to live in Spokane, Washington back in the 2000s, but just wanted to throw that out there. Sometimes I do miss living in Spokane. But anyway, just remember that Empower is just one broker. So you can read this data and say, well, that's not enough sample. Then I completely agree with you, okay? And the bottom 5 states with the lowest net worth were Arkansas, North Dakota, Louisiana, West Virginia, and Mississippi. And of these 5 states, North Dakota and Mississippi ranked as having the lowest average retirement savings. And Northeast states make up half of the top 10 states by average retirement savings. Connecticut had the highest average retirement savings per person, not per household, because retirement accounts are owned by individuals, and followed by New Jersey, Virginia, Maryland, New Hampshire, Alaska, Massachusetts, Vermont, Washington, and Minnesota. Let me know in the comment section down below, again, if you live in any of those states, right? Now, calculating your net worth, again, should only be used as a tool for you to check your financial pulse, okay? Check your pulse to spot your strengths and weaknesses. And just because someone has a high net worth, it doesn't mean that they are wealthy by any means, because they can still be cash poor. And calculate your net worth today to see where your assets are allocated. Calculate your net worth today to see how much debt you currently have. The fastest way to grow your net worth is by paying off your high interest debt first. You also have to stop taking out any more debt and avoid carrying a credit card debt month over month if you're doing everything right. And if you're following my financial independence checklist at firestarter.com/resources, all you have to do is consistently save, invest, and be patient. Let the investments do the work for you. Get your consumer debt paid off, increase your savings rate, and be patient.